Good.
Alexa, tell us about Parasite Lady.
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the Ultra Beasts, Japanese, Urutora Bisuto Ultra Beast, are a group of extra-dimensional Pokemon originating from Ultra Space. Most of them were introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon, though some were introduced in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Fuck. I think that sounds good.
Oh.
What? You want to try it?
Oh, I thought we were starting.
I thought you said this was a test.
Well, yeah, you started talking though.
I didn't ask Alexa.
You started talking, so it had to end.
Oh.
Otherwise, it'll like read your voice as background noise.
Okay.
And it'll cut your voice out.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Well, welcome to B Views. It's been
Hello,
a while.
everyone. Welcome to B Views. We're talking about Parasite Lady, a movie made by a guy named Chris Alexander, and we found a bunch of his other movies too.
Yeah. Well, I'm Mike Shake.
I'm Johnny Juicebox.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while. We'll probably be a little rusty, but here we are.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. We're trying new things, so
Yeah, I guess so, eh?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun. Yeah. So we just watched this movie, and it was 41 minutes long.
It was technically 42 minutes,
Yeah.
but whatever.
It was just going through the.
I mean, the opening credits were like 10 minutes long.
It was like 2.5. But in comparison to like an actual feature length film, it would be like 10 minutes long. Yeah, and it literally just came out last week. Last Friday.
Yeah, we're officially the first people to give this movie a rating on
Damn,
IMDb.
Skippy. I don't know what I would give it, since maybe a 4.
This movie's confusing
I don't
to
know.
rate.
They have a
It's
lot
not
of
that it's
stuff.
confusing. I know what happened. It's
Uh-huh.
just difficult to talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there
guess.
isn't much.
Yeah, not a lot happens.
And I said that throughout the whole film. There just isn't much happening.
Yeah, there's not a lot to this movie.
I mean, it's basically an interdimensional vampire who's going around a rundown carnival looking for people to kill
Or love.
or love. Sure.
Because she wants to find someone to turn into
Yes.
a vampire so she can love them.
Yes. And that's why she finds that baby. Oh,
I guess she wants the baby? I don't know.
yeah. It's love, I guess. I guess. Well, she does kill that one lady.
Yeah, because she wanted to drink the lady, and then she killed her and told her that she loves her.
Uh-huh.
So Lady Death is from, like, another dimension?
I would imagine. That's the lady who turned.
Or is Lady Death just, like, in her head? You don't know?
I mean, I think she probably turned her, but I don't know if she's still around. Maybe she's haunted by that.
Yeah, like, they describe her as an interdimensional vampire, but I don't really know if there was a lot of interdimensional stuff going on in this movie or not.
Maybe Lady Death, and that was it.
Maybe, but, like, the implication at the end is that Lady Death wasn't actually talking to her, it was just all in her head.
Right. Like I said, she may have, like, nightmares about being turned into a vampire. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There just isn't much. Chris Alexander did as good as he could. A lot better than
This movie was made for $50,000.
It was an estimated budget of $50,000. I mean, like you said, pay the actors.
You were just like, what? This movie couldn't have cost $50,000, and I was like, I don't know. You have to pay the actors, and then like rent out the spaces.
Right, in the motel, the number 19 room of the motel,
and then like Charles Band tells you put some tits in it, and then we're golden.
Yeah,
like it's how this movie goes.
Yeah, I think there's 3 shots of that person's boobies. Maybe? I think so, because of the shower, and then...
For a 42-minute long movie, there's a shocking amount of nudity.
There is.
Well,
I know.
I should say a shocking percentage of the runtime has nudity in it.
But that's what we should expect with, these type of movies, really.
It's Charles Band, And on Charles Band's podcast, he specifically said a thing that was just like, I know it may not be right to say nowadays, but one of the things that you need for a good movie is a little bit of nudity to get the audience engaged. It's like, I mean, for low budget movies, yeah,
sure,
that's a thing.
Sure, creepy guy.
He seems like a pretty chill guy, and
I know.
Like he often has women on screen with him who seem comfortable with him. So
sure.
Whatever.
Right.
I'm not gonna make a judgment about him.
When we started the movie, John's like, "Are we gonna watch a porno?"
For a second, I was just
wait. Oh, that's right. There's porn on Full Moon Features.
Yeah, I was just like, hang on a second. Because I was just like, oh, do we want to watch the trailer? And you were like, no. And then we started watching it, and I just saw what she was wearing, and I was like, this is going to be porn, huh?
I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. I mean, it was just a very average...
Welcome to Full Moon Features, where you get to play the game, is it porn or is it not? Although, honestly, a lot of the titles on there, you can tell.
Yeah. I mean, this is our fourth. We did the 50-foot cam girl, Gigantus, the first one with the 50-foot cam girl. That battle attack one.
Giantess battle attack?
Well, remember there was one with the 50-foot cam girl.
Giantess attack. Yeah, that was Giantess battle attack.
Okay.
And then Giantess attack versus Mecha Fembots.
That was it. That was a miserable film.
We're still coming for you, Jeff Leroy. We just have to find your movies. We did get a comment on that video.
We did, eh?
Yeah.
What did it say?
It said, you really need to watch the first one because it's much better.
Like, hey, watch your videos. We watched it. God damn it.
No, we didn't watch it.
Oh, that's
because the
right.
first one, we haven't been able to find it yet.
That's right.
But we will.
Yes.
This is my promise to you, guy who commented on our video.
Yes, guy.
We're coming for you, Jeff Leroy.
We gotta watch all of his films.
Fuck yeah.
Because today I think we're gonna watch most of Chris Alexander's films.
Nope, you said this is his 14th movie.
That's why I said most.
Okay, so because of the way this movie is filmed, it is filmed all with these crazy ass filters all over the goddamn place.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this reeks of film student who it reeks of film student who found out that you can use filters on his camera, so he just started doing that and did the Ed Wood thing, and it was like, oh, I could make a whole movie with this.
Right.
And then he did. And I was like, oh, all right, well, this Chris Alexander guy, he must be a new filmmaker. Nope. This is his 14th movie.
He is not new. Hey, I mean, he's very, very adventurous. We'll see what happens.
You got $50,000 for a movie. I've never done that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the next one is. I mean, since...
Here's the thing: I can't even say this is a bad movie because,
I mean, there isn't much that happens.
I would actually really like to see a Chris Alexander movie that got a big budget and see what he does.
Sure. Because there just isn't much to it.
There's a lot of interesting stuff going on in this movie. It's just 42 minutes and not a lot happens.
Right. And it's an hour-long show. I mean, that's what it is.
It's shorter than an episode of Raw from the 90s.
Oh, much shorter. Yeah. Because that was 2 hours, wasn't it?
No, that was back when it was 1 hour.
That's right. Okay.
And it still managed to be shorter.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, she kills people, and then she turns another lady into a vampire, and Lady Death doesn't want her.
The plot of this movie is she kills a woman, tells her she loves her, then finds another woman, decides to turn her into a vampire, turns her into a vampire, a ghost or interdimensional being, it's slightly unclear. Tells her no, she can't have that one, so she kills the lady, then she kills herself, or Lady Death possesses her and kills her.
They're just you can't really build that much story in 40 minutes.
That's the entire plot of this movie. And good short film.
That's not bad. We've watched a lot worse.
Honestly,
the last movie that we reviewed I honestly think that may be one of the last movies we watched for Psycho Juicebox reviews.
What is it?
That Mecha Fembot.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that was miserable.
Shit, dude, that movie was miserable.
That was
Jeff Leroy.
Come on, Jeff. Come on, dude. Really?
Get on the show.
Really, dude? You're saving the cats? I mean,
yeah, save some cats and stuff, but well, no, you killed the cats at the end of the movie.
Exactly.
Evil Dead Rise didn't even kill the cat at the end of the movie.
No. Spoiler.
I guess there's a cat that it shows in one scene.
Right. We'll review that sometime. It'll be like Cheap Rent. We'll get to it sometime. Remember, we said the next movie though.
Honestly, it's about the same length as this.
Pretty much. Maybe a little longer.
All right, so we do the good, the bad, and the ugly on this show.
Oh my god, how are we going to do that?
What do you think is good about this movie?
The titties. I like the direction, the scenes. I mean, there's a lot of peel.
I honestly really liked the direction in this.
I didn't mind it.
I thought the directing was really interesting.
Yeah, that's why I said I think that's definitely a good part of it.
Honestly, this movie only suffers from being really fucking low budget.
Yeah, that's all it is.
This movie suffers from being made for $50,000 and some crepe paper someone found somewhere.
You can obviously tell it's cheap.
Yeah.
If it was like an hour and a half, it could have been good. But obviously, he didn't have a story for an hour and a half.
I don't want to watch this for an hour and a half. I think this movie was exactly as long as it needed to be.
I would like a little bit story. A little bit more of a story on how she became a vampire.
Yeah, but that would involve talking, and then you have to pay your actors more than $20.
I know. She had 10 lines in the whole movie.
Yeah, and she got paid for each one of them.
Yeah. Bad? I don't know. The length. I thought it could have been a good hour at least.
This isn't a full length film.
No,
this isn't a feature film, even though it's listed as.
I know. It's not listed as a short.
IMDb, yeah. I was just oh, this is going to be listed as a short film.
No.
Probably. No, it's not. It's listed as a feature film.
Yes, I mean this is probably one of the shortest feature films I've ever seen.
And a feature film is. Part of the definition of it is that it has to be at least 90 minutes?
Yes, or close to.
Yeah.
Or close to. I mean, this is not even remotely close.
No!
So, I mean, I think the bad is obviously the length and obviously really no story and no background story.
I mean, there was. It's just all hinted at.
Yeah.
Something happened with Lady Death.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, the only reason we know these characters' names is because of the IMDb page.
Yes.
Thank you for whoever made the IMDb page.
And actually, it said Lady Death on there.
Did it?
Yes.
Well, yeah, in the credits.
Yes.
It said everyone's names in the credits. It's just they didn't know who the fuck these people are.
No, and obviously, I think that Lady Death is the one who turned Miranda.
Well, that's the implication.
Yeah.
Because she asks her, who turned you? And then, she has, weird fucking flashback.
What about you for the bad, Johnny?
Oh, I don't know. I think the filters might have been a little heavy-handed, but with, how low budget this movie is and everything, I get it.
You gotta experiment. I mean, you gotta experiment.
Yeah.
Why not?
Do what you can with what you have.
Yeah. And he did.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah.
Good job, Chris. What about the ugly for you, Johnny?
Nothing.
No, I don't either. No, I mean, there isn't enough for the ugly. There isn't.
No.
Maybe that cheap ass.
Here's the thing: is usually for ugly, we reserve it for stuff that's overtly offensive.
Right. Nothing was offensive.
If we did Cannibal Holocaust, the ugly.
I don't want to do that movie. That movie is terrible. I'm not even going to mention that that horrible scene with that.
I've never seen it though.
Oh, then I won't even tell you.
But I would say the turtle scene would go under the ugly.
I wasn't even going to say what it was, but
there was an interview that I saw. It was on that show, Cursed Films, that I told you about, because that was one of the episodes.
Right? Oh,
and
now that's understandable to have that in there. Oh,
and one of the questions they were asked. You could tell the way they filmed it. It was like they asked every single one of the actors in the movie, so when was the moment you realized something was wrong?
Right.
And every single one of them was like, oh, the turtle scene.
Right. Exactly.
They're like, oh, I realized something was very wrong with this shoot.
Oh, isn't it too that they basically didn't know if they were going to be allowed back in the States? That they were kind of questioned that, like, did you guys really experience this?
I don't know.
Okay.
You should watch that episode. That was a good episode.
I probably should.
Don't watch the Twilight Zone episode because they actually show footage of people dying.
No, I don't want to watch that. No, thank you.
Yeah. And the Crow episode was really good, but it's sad.
Right.
Because they're talking to people who, like, were there when Brandon Lee died.
No, thank you.
The Poltergeist episode was sad too.
Oh,
because
poor
Heather
little,
O'Rourke.
Yeah, poor little Heather. Anyways, yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I have on this movie.
Yeah,
I mean that's really it. I mean they did as much as they could. I mean, I think it should have been a little bit longer, but whatever. I mean,
Chris Alexander, if you want to come on the show, by all means,
come on,
let's party.
Come on over, Mr. Chris.
Chris Alexander, we're coming for you next.
Oh my God!
Not in a violent way.
No. Please, thank you for stating.
We're watching Necropolis, whatever next. That's what I mean.
Yes.
The next movie that we're about to finish filming this, and then we're gonna go and watch another one of your movies,
right? With
some of the same actresses in it.
Hey, well, try it out, and it's a little bit longer than 40-some minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I'm Mike.
I'm Johnny Juicebox.
Yeah. Well, we can really... Well, I mean, still wear a mask if you feel like crap.
Yeah.
You know, still get that booster.
Remember, masks are designed to wear when you're sick so you don't get people sick. So,
do that, please.
Wear masks.
Please do that. Please do that.
They do it in Asian countries. Why can't we do it here?
I don't.
Like, we just don't care about each other in America.
No.
Everyone just wants everyone else to die.
Anyways, I think that's all.
What a terrible country. The South is basically a third world country.
It truly is. And the Mid-South, too.
That's actually a thing that the UN said, is sections of the South look like developing countries.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways. Anyways, with that diatribe, bye everybody. Watch our shit. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.